guest that is the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. We are joined today by our special guest, Ben, a.k.a. Fusebox. Do you know you're muted? Hold on. I tried to unmute you on your end. Whoa, on my end. Whoa, what the heck? Shoot. Hey, Bell said, what the heck? Where'd you go? I didn't knock you out, did I? No, I shouldn't have. Oh, all right. It looks like he's coming back.
Oh boy.
Not sure what happened, but you were muted when we got out of the intro.
Of course my internet is acting up.
Oh, shoot.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. So anywho, glad you're back. I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought at first when I was trying to unmute you, I thought I accidentally booted you out, but I guess that wasn't the case. The internet dropped you, huh?
Shoot. I'm sorry, man. My internet is being so messed up right now.
Can you hear me? Test.
It's roboting like crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, I think it's on my end.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. First, says Balzette. Oh, man. He got dropped again. All right. Hello.
Hey.
Can you hear me all right?
I'm hoping this will last.
All right.
Yeah.
If it helps any, we could go to avatars only, or you could switch to avatar and see if that improves anything. So it requires less.
That might work. That might be good for me.
All right. Try stopping. Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, it's a little robotic, but I can make it out.
All right, try now. Is this any better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll go avatars today. So it looked like
sorry.
a couple talking.
No, yeah, I've got a weak internet connection. My bad.
Oh, it's all right. It happens sometimes. Balzette says first. But honestly, be right back. Got to get something from my car. Tom Darkstar, welcome, says number 2. Shit. Hail, everybody. Unhinged Entertainment, welcome. Hail at work. Just swinging by to like and share. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All interactions are appreciated. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Comments. All appreciated. Welcome, Bristolian Dave. All right, me bubbers. Day? Yeah. We did leg day, and now we're doing avatar day. Welcome, Madanui. Hello. we were starting out with both of us on video, but I was roboting on his end, and he had some unstable internet connectivity, I guess, so he got dropped a couple times. So we're trying to lessen the bandwidth by going avatars.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ben. How's it going?
Oh, it's going.
It's going. It's just going. You mean it's not like spectacular?
Oh, I've just been I've been a little sidetracked with all the current events going on,
Mm. Okay.
worldwide.
Right.
Don't want to get too much into that,
Kind of. Every once in a while, I do a venting stream where I discuss politics, but not too often.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Since you're what did your phone vibrate?
Oh boy, yeah. Did it come off on the mic?
It sounded like.
Oh my god. Okay, so I can't do these in the future for my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone.
I had to be. I couldn't use my computer. It's a long story.
Oh, okay. All right. So I wonder if it would help any if you set it on Do Not Disturb. That might.
Hang on. Yeah. Yeah.
Bristolian.
So, yeah.
Bristolian Dave says Babber equals friends. It's a West Country word over here. Cool.
Oh, wow.
Yotam Darkstar is like, I think that's like an embarrassed or shocked look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you're on Do Not Disturb mode, it might help. Because I think it's supposed to just send everything to voicemail.
Yeah.
Without interrupting or vibrating or trying to ring. Now, your campaign looks.
Hold on.
I don't know why I find that so entertaining.
It's the best we got right now,
Yeah. You're very popular right now.
Hang on. How do I frickin' do that?
Are you on iPhone or Android?
Android.
Oh, then I can't help you. I don't know the Android OS well enough. I'm guessing it's somewhere in settings. Maybe someone in chat can direct our guest on how to set up Do Not Disturb. Usually I have this thing called control panel, and you swipe up from the bottom and it brings it up in the foreground, and then you've got all these shortcut controls.
Yeah.
And one of them is usually Do Not Disturb. Not on my phone though, because I don't mind getting disturbed, I guess. So what is...
Okay, I think that did it.
Okay. All right. All righty.
Now that we've had 10 minutes of me boomering out,
that's what we were looking for, Matanui. Do Not Disturb mode. I like that. Dave likes the vibrating. Adds a new dynamic to the stream.
There we go.
Uh,
We're going 3-dimensional.
it's like we're having a conversation on like a dune buggy as we race through the dunes.
I like
that. Wolverine says, "Why is this going to win the internet through sheer weight of streamed footage?" Oh my gosh. Whew. All right, now correct me if I'm wrong. I might sound like an idiot. But we've had you on quite a ways back, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was quite some time ago. And let's see, Outlaw. Today we're discussing Outlaw Knight's Genesis of Renegade. But since it's been some considerable time, would you mind sharing like your origin story? You know, what was your youth like? What was it like growing up? What were you into? What were the key events in your life that led you to one day coming to this point where you were crowdfunding your own books?
Well, sure. Well, you know, I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. And I've always been kind of a weird, imaginative kind of guy. And, you know, I've always loved kind of creating stories and such. And so after a while, I sort of realized like I definitely wanted to get into the creative stuff. And for the longest time, my focus was strictly on film. And I went to film school and all that. And then, you know, as the realities of the film industry and everything kind of set in, I started to have to kind of rethink my goal a little bit. Not make film my primary focus necessarily. The biggest thing is that I need to write. Writing is where I believe my talent is. And so basically, you know, going around, I eventually heard about stuff about like Comicsgate, and I was impressed with the idea of like people kind of breaking away from the mainstream and being able to self-start your own work. I really like that. I feel like that's an innovation, definitely. And of course, with all the ridiculous issues of just this this gatekeeping and playing games about who said what and all with mainstream comics, like it was appropriate to jump on board, you know. I feel like when you start censoring people and start censoring speech, that creates more problems than it solves. That's what I'm going to say about that. So I agree with with everything that CG believes, and so I went forward and decided to start producing books. And so far, everything's been going great, and we've had a little bit of a delay in our book production, mainly due to COVID reasons and stuff. But we are back on track, and it looks like we're going to have the book wrapped up sometime in March. We may have to push it a little bit depending, but so far so good.
Cool. What so early on you decided your strong suit was storytelling?
Oh, definitely. I feel like, you know, I kind of come from a family of writing, you know, so to speak. Ooh. I mean, not many published writers, but you know, people who just enjoy writing. And so and early on, just with the way I've always was just imagining and you know, like my imagination was gripped by shows and stuff like fantasy, sci-fi and such. Especially, I kind of got into anime for a little while and I kind of backed off. Like the main anime I really like is Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay. Specifically Dragon Ball, the OG, or do you like everything?
Just like the franchise.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, except for GT. I don't like GT.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine, you know. I can't imagine a lot of people like GT.
I don't think I ever watched GT. I saw OG when it was just called Dragon Ball. Then I watched Dragon Ball Z. I never went past Z, but I hear there's a Dragon Ball Broly or Super.
Oh yeah. Oh well, Dragon Ball Super is like the sequel series that they sort of picked it back up, and they're pretending like GT never happened, basically. But you know, it's like weird. It takes place in a time jump between the first half and the second half of the last episodes. You know, like it's weird. But
Gotcha. Bristolian Dave says censorship is the enemy of creativity. It's why there are so many shit writers out there now. Dragon Ball is the one. No hating on GT. I love that shit.
I like Super Saiyan 4, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to give.
I enjoyed Z, but I sometimes got exhausted at the really lengthy battles, like with Boo and Cell.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, just when you think you beat him, he turns into something else. Just when you thought you beat that new version, he turns into something else.
Well, it's like thinking about the mechanics of that show. Like I think about it in terms of like, it was perfect. It was perfect for young boys because it was a soap opera for boys that just hit puberty. Like, you know.
Yeah, you're constantly lashing out. You're starting to notice Bulma, and you're always getting in fights. Yeah. So, did you have any formal training or studies in writing, or did you like learn from your other family members? Did they teach you about writing and storytelling?
Well, I did do some writing in school, and you know, I had ended up like testing out of certain English programs and stuff, and basically like I had been accepted to a program for writing, but I had also been accepted for film, and so I ended up going with film instead. But I ended up taking some classes in college, specifically focusing on like screenplays and stuff. So I am familiar with like structure and how things are supposed to be, and that's why like after learning the structure, I'm seeing nowadays most modern books like they just completely jump away from any kind of structure, you know, or any kind of discernible structure. It's kind of a free for all right now, and I mean, I guess if you think about it in some ways, I guess that's kind of good, but not really.
When you were studying film, were you actually working on this Outlaw Nights project? I mean, is that where it originated?
It was always a project that I had in the back of my head for about, I want to say at least 10 years. It was something that it was always kind of a dream project that I was playing with in my mind. And, you know, I would write certain things here and there. I tried to adapt it into a novel at one point, and I got about, I think, 20 pages in, and I was so frustrated at, you know, just the sheer amount of detail you have to put into a novel drives me nuts. I prefer screenplays where I prefer, like, it's the visual format of, like, let me show you what I'm talking about, you know?
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I like that aspect, and obviously I love comics. But one thing I really enjoy about novels is the author has to detail every little thing through words alone. And
Yeah.
just the idea behind that, like there's this book that we were required to read in high school called I think it was The Red Pony, and there was a section where it described, you know, when you wake up in the morning, just, you know, when animals wake up just like humans, you get that crustiness in your eye. And it went into such thorough detail describing that crustiness. I find that kind of stuff so fascinating. And, you know, Catcher in the Rye, describing the detail of the fields, the waving of the, you know, the grains or whatever in the farmland and stuff like that. You know, because it kicks in your imagination. It requires you to use your imagination.
Oh, definitely. But, like, you know, my favorite author is Tolkien, who is famous for making such long and almost kind of abstract descriptions of everything that it's so hard to follow along. Like, I love the way he writes. It's beautiful, but at the same time, there's so many parts where you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because he'll talk about, like, oh, the hills were rolling along like a tempest among a, you know, like, he starts getting into really abstract, out there kind of descriptions, and he knows a lot of landmass words that I've never even heard of.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how long. I think it was Peter Jackson who directed it. It makes you kind of wonder how long he had to take to study. Now, what the hell? I think a spammer is trying to call me now. All right, there we go. It makes me wonder how much time he must have dedicated to, you know, make sure he understood the source material. So he
probably an ungodly amount.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let me see. Oh, now I hear birds in the background. Welcome, Arya Blackness. Arya says, WyzGyz is a legend among us mortal men. Yo, Tom is agreeing. Oh my gosh.
Today, I thought you were a myth.
Yeah, I am. I'm usually referenced in the same books as Bigfoot and Nessie the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Wolverine says, "Oh yeah, I'm primarily an artist, but there's something so satisfying about the dancing with language and words that writing gives." I agree.
It is definitely, you know, it's that power to it's the power to also to get other people to, I guess, sort of see into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's also kind of a beautiful thing about it.
Yeah, that's something I also liked about poetry. Poetry is more abstract, but it's still a creative endeavor.
Oh yeah.
And so Outlaw Nights, you said you've been the ideas originally started roughly 10 years ago, and they developed over time.
Yeah, it went through a few transformations, you know.
Well, since you had some film background, did it ever become like a short or like a TV episode or like an animated clip, anything like that?
No, mostly I remember I wrote like the first 3 or 4 scenes of a movie. And then there was that point where I tried to adapt it into a book, and then after that I sort of just started kind of keeping notes and just kind of keeping it in the back of my mind, because my thought was that it was something I would produce later on in my life. But I mean, you know, as I've been listening to streams and hearing about everybody doing self-starter stuff, I realized that, you know, it's not healthy of me to do the whole, well, maybe someday thing. Cause it's like, you don't want to, cause like someday may never come. So it's like, why not now?
Right.
And comics, like the more I thought about it, the more I realized like the story works beautifully as a comic. And it actually, I think in many ways, it kind of works better as a comic than as any of the other things I would have tried. So everything's fallen into place. I mean, beautifully.
Excellent. So I'm looking at the campaign. Let's see. I wonder if we should try sharing screen. Let me know immediately if you start experiencing roboting and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm going to share my screen, and if it becomes too big an issue, then I'll stop sharing. So I'm actually, hold on.
Oh, I'm good.
I am looking at the wrong screen. How is that happening?
I don't know.
That's not the right one. Wait, what?
That's my book, Doomsday Eternal.
Wait, we're going over Outlaw Nights, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, I think is that the book I wrote?
Yeah. It's got the matching logo. Oh, you're like pulling my leg. What the hell? Oh man, what the heck? How did? Hold on, let me redo this. All right, so this is the.
Oh, wait. That's the one that didn't make it. Actually, we have a
yeah.
The other one's in demand.
Yeah, but I wanted to go here intentionally. So the first time you gave this a go, this was your very, very first attempt, right?
Yep.
At doing any kind of crowdfunded project?
Yep.
And then you got at least 38%, which is 2677 out of your 7,000 fixed goal. And that's pretty darn good, all things considered, for a first timer. But unfortunately, you didn't make the goal there. But then you re-released, which I commend you for doing. You know, never give up. You know, get back on your feet and do it again. And this time, you cross the 7,000 mark, and you're in demand. You got fully funded. You're in demand. What was it that you did different in this second attempt that you think might have been missing in the first attempt?
Oh, I can definitely tell you. The first time around, the biggest thing was I was not expanding my sphere of influence. I was mainly advertising via Twitter. And every once in a while, I'd pop on a stream or something. But, you know, I really didn't get my face or my voice out there. And so I think, you know, it's just the biggest thing in crowdfunding from what I've been learning from everybody is that you know, you always get more backers when they can put a voice and a face to the name. When you can establish some kind of a connection or some kind of trust.
Right, right.
And so the second time around, I started doing more videos on YouTube. I made sure I was branching out, making friends, going on different people's channels, and I was running it. Like, you know, you wanna make sure that you fill up your schedule with that stuff, but it made all the difference. All the difference in the world.
Oh yeah, for sure. Welcome, Kino Subway. Hail, everyone. Just popping in for a little bit before I fall asleep. No problem at all. Thanks for coming. Feel free to fall asleep to my soothing voice. Doomsday Kingdom, baby. One of the best comics to come out last year. Balzette says, I'm back. Has to take some pics and finish making memes. WyzGyz, I feel your tech skills are worse when you're an avatar.
Oh, lovely.
Oh my gosh. Comic book ASMR. Yeah, somehow I was sharing the wrong window. I don't know how that happened. Generally, I don't do that. But it must be because I shared the wrong Chrome. No. The wrong Opera window. Bristolian Dave says, learning from your mistakes is the best thing you can do. You've made real progress, and it's great to see.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, that I would have to agree that's the key, especially if it's your first crowdfunder and you don't really have a name yet. You're kind of new to the scene. And getting to see, as you put it, put a face and name to the project allows them to form a connection and generate some kind of level of trust that way, since you haven't yet had a chance to fulfill a project.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. When you did the funding, was it like 2 30-day rounds of funding or one full 60?
The first time around, I did one full 60. The second time, I did 2 sets of 30.
Ah, all right. Cool deal. And let's go ahead and play this trailer.
Hell yeah.
That part of the song that goes, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cool.
That video was produced by Verse Films, who they're connected with the Skits team, who did the Skits comic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they're great.
All right. I know you must have heard this millions of times, but the guy wielding the sword looks so much like Paul Sr. from American Chopper on TV.
Actually, no one has ever said that.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a trip.
Wow.
Are you familiar with the reference?
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
Okay, all right. He always reminded me of him. Excuse me, ever since I first had you on. So what's your spiel on the story?
Well, this is going to kick off the Outlaw Knights saga, which is hopefully going to be about 6 to 8 issues, depending. Unfortunately, I had to cut this issue in half to 25 pages in order to make the goal reasonable, and I did that very reluctantly. I didn't want to, but essentially, this is the first half of the pilot, essentially, and this takes place in the distant future. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space. This is very much a new frontier time period. And like the trailer was saying, I guess the theme going around with all the nations is sort of a Manifest Destiny 2.0, where the nations of Earth are all at each other's throats, competing over land and resources, all throughout, areas of space that are habitable. And so in the midst of all this, piracy has boomed. You've got the issue where now the colonies in space are so far from Earth, like even farther than any other colony in history, that, they're pretty much capable of governing themselves or dealing with their own stuff. So there's a lot of rebellion, a lot of thievery. So in the midst of all this chaos, our main character, Cyrus Lawson, is working a small job as a security guard on an out-of-the-way settlement called Therese. And basically, he is very naive. He wants to be kind of a hero in a small town. His dreams are pretty much whisked right from under him, as he has to deal with the invasion of a bunch of pirates led by a captain known only as Ivory.
All right. Let's see here. Networking is king, baby. It's real hard for some people. Some people are not naturally charismatic or good talking in public. It's all skills that you can only build by doing it. Yep, gotta practice. And that leads to shameless self-plug. My YouTube. Yeah. Music playing. I was waiting for the drop. Kind of like a stripped down, bass amped Buck Rogers bar music with a little hip hop accent on top.
I like that.
In other words, shit.
Well
then, how dare you? That's a spanking offense, young lady.
Oh, my Lord.
Outlaw Nights looks really good, man.
Thank you, Bristolian Dave. You're my favorite.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Wolverine. Your safe word is flow guy. I don't know how to pronounce that. You want to give it a shot?
Flugankascherable.
That's probably better than.
Is that Russian? Like, what is that?
I'm not sure. So those are birds, aren't they?
Yeah, those are crows.
You have some dead bodies out there.
No, but I mean, there's something ominous happening.
Oh, I see. They know something is afoot. And so you wrote this whole storyline. Do you actually have the entire saga already written out or scripted for all the issues that you're playing?
I do not. Right now, I have the next issue mostly scripted out, and I have an outline of where we're going to be going from there. But and like I know where the series is going to end. But it's that I want to spice things up some more in the middle.
So since you're the writer, I presume you hired a team to work with, including
yeah,
artist, a letterer. Who do you got working with?
Yeah. Wait, what's up?
Yeah. All right, so maybe it's a stretch, but he always reminds me of Paul Sr. from American Chopper. The one on the left. The one
Well, I think for the most part, when it came to Taurus, I sort of was thinking in terms of like kind of a Cuban version of Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5, but not as silly.
Oh, okay. All right. So that is probably why he's got a bull tattoo on his right shoulder, right?
Yep.
Because he's known as Taurus.
Yep.
Then
he is the cap. He's the captain of a ship called the Magdalena.
All right. And it looks like he's also got a tattoo of skull and crossbones.
Oh yeah, he's tatted up,
Ouch, that would be painful. So what is your style in terms of how you work with your team? Do you go to extreme lengths to detail every little part of every panel, or do you give like a broad description of what you're looking for, what angle you're viewing them at, and then let the artist go to town?
There were very specific things that I was detailed about. Like I was detailed about the way I wanted the characters to look, or like facial expressions and stuff, like blocking for the scenes. But in terms of like the background, I was slightly vague, and that was an area where Render, my artist, was actually talking about how he was looking before he got to my project. He was looking for a sci-fi project because he wanted to have fun doing sci-fi layouts. So it just so happened to work out with me because I just, I had an idea of what I wanted the scene to look like in my mind, but I didn't quite have like the details of like all the setting figured out. So Render was able to help me out there, and coming together, it's made it a lot better than I imagined.
Oh, nice. So it exceeded your expectations. That's
definitely.
There's a good question for Metanui. That's one big minigun. How does she even hold that thing?
It is a lightweight metal because that is, we've discovered new elements on other planets.
Nice. Bowsette loves gross. That's the safe word from Eurotrip.
Oh my lord.
The something ominous is if you say that word 3 times, you summon the gates of hell. Oh my gosh. You can't claim random.
How many?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, how many words are there where you say them 3 times and the gates of hell open? I mean, for crying out loud.
That's a good question. Can't claim random sounds Chevy Chase makes to be words, damn it. No, that was from the Dominatrix.
Wow.
Say what word 3 times? Was it? Haven't seen Euro Vacation in a long time. Euro trip, not vacation. Looks it up. Oh, fuck, okay. Never heard of it. Made from unobtainium. Euro trip, so funny.
That movie was so. Avatar was so stupid.
The movie Avatar from James Cameron?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought it was kind of.
She was talking about.
Oh, go ahead.
She was talking about unobtainium.
Oh.
And so I was thinking that's what that's from.
Oh, all right, gotcha. Yeah, that's a silly word. Welcome, not my monkeys, not my circus. How's it going? It never fails to amuse me when Wise just reads casual chat banter having nothing to do with anything. Yeah, so this is looking like a good book. Great interiors and all that good stuff.
Amen.
Oh, you at one point had a drawing here, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We sort of reached a point where we felt like it was probably best to pull it down because we'd reached the point where we were working on doing the drawn in characters and stuff, and they really weren't moving.
Okay. So it's a 25-page book. If we can get to 14K, you'll bump it up to 50 pages. This is a lot of detail. Yeah. And that's mainly.
Yeah, I have to.
Go ahead.
I have to admit some of these pages. I have to admit some of these pages got pushed to the next issue, unfortunately.
Oh.
Like that guy did.
Now, what was the reason why you decided to reduce it? Was it something to do with the cost of production?
Yes.
Printing and all that?
100%. It was that in order to make the full 50-page book, we were going to need to raise about 14K. Like it just in the first go around, and campaigns that ask for 14K don't make it.
It is quite challenging.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, I don't know, hopefully it's not a spoiler alert, but this little winky emoticon looking on the monitor, is that really on that screen, or is it like, are you blocking something out that would be spoilery?
Oh no, that's actually on the screen.
Oh, okay.
That's a virus.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty funny. And here's an important point, important note. The book is intended for audiences 17 and over.
Yeah, just for, language and, themes, bloody violence.
Right. Let me see here. Oh, man, I knew he wants to know the word so he can summon the gates.
There's a lot of them.
Why is he chasing a crash?
Every horror movie.
Always found it funny when they were farming the hell out of it, but gave it that name. The rest of the movie was pretty cool. I appreciate the New Zealand Islander twist they gave to it. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a secret word. It almost looks like Flogonken Ichi Boli.
That sounds way better than mine.
Unfortunately, I slightly mistranslated the old texts. Saying the word 3 times opened the gates to Hell's Kitchen.
I thought that was Daredevil.
Oh my, that's funny. Oh, okay. That explains it. She's watching the Emoji Movie.
Oh, that's a thing.
It is, isn't it? Oh man, you're pushing it, Madanui. Cog shotgun. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So you did 2 30-day rounds of funding, and you're at 7280. What I found kind of amusing is it says as of July of last year, you hit 6920 by 123, and the numbers are just transposed now to 132. You're at 7280. So you are technically fully funded. If you haven't backed this book, definitely back it. Oh, are we all going to be going all Evil Dead in a minute?
I thought that was the plan.
Yeah, I think so. Lock and load. So you're at 132 backers. That's pretty darn good.
Hell yeah.
If you were to attribute a percentage to how far along you are production-wise in this, in completing the book, how far along are you?
The book is over. We're over halfway done, and we're doing a power through month.
Power through.
So yeah,
you're like doing double time.
Yeah, because we missed a month last month because of issues with COVID related stuff that I don't want to get into.
All right. Taurus is a professional rival you don't want to take lightly. Just checking out the interiors again. Was there a place on this campaign where you broke down? Oh, maybe it was in the trailer. Where you broke down your team. Who's doing what? Like you're the writer, and then you've got an artist. Is your artist doing pencils, inks, colors, and lettering?
No, artist is just pencils, is just penciling and doing a little bit of inking, and then we have our colorist is known as Press Color, Prasad Patanik. Yeah, he operates out of India, and and as you can see, he put the detail he puts in his coloring. I'm blown away by it.
Yeah.
It's like his coloring, he accentuates and adds all the depth in the shots. Like it pops. That's what I love about it. I don't mean to sound braggy, but I mean, fuck.
I like this shot where they're running down this corridor and you can see out into the cityscape.
Yep. That's actually one of my favorite pages right there. course, it's hard to choose a favorite, but
when you develop a story like this, do you like have copious notes? Like, for example, this spacecraft, you know, how it operates. Do you have like little sketches where you have exploded views, or you can see where the sleeping quarters are versus storage versus engine room versus, you know, the bridge?
you know, that's something that I might think about throwing in as extra. Because for the most part, like I didn't really describe the shape of the ship at all. Like I described the compartments that were necessary for the story, but Render almost completely designed it by himself, and I was impressed with it. Especially, like, I love the fact that he put special characteristic details, like since the captain of Hazard is his name is Ivory. If you look at the ship from top down, if you're looking at it on a flat from above it, it looks like it's in the shape of an elephant head.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's funny. That's pretty cool.
I just love those little details.
I didn't see that. Oh, wow. Until you just mentioned it. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. All right. Pronounced Flugelgleckheimlen, the safe word from the movie Euro Trip, given by Madame Vandersex, Lucy Lawless, to Cooper Harris, Jacob Pitts at Club Vandersex. Oh, okay. All right, you got that memorized, Ben?
Lord, are you taking me back in time?
All right, remember that safe word. Memorize it. Hey, welcome, Greg Levitra. That was one of my favorite alpha male champions. You are far too kind, sir. No, compliments bring me physical pain. The floor on that corridor is awesome. Yeah. You know, the art looks great. To my embarrassment, this is the first time I've seen this project.
Hey, look, I'm not complaining. Shoot.
Yeah.
The more people that shoot, the better.
Wolverine says, I know I've seen it before. Maybe it was during the first failed go. Don't know. Yeah, I know I had you on before, and we went over the campaign. And then, for some reason, it almost felt like you dropped off the face of the earth temporarily.
Well, I did for about a month or two. Actually, about 3 months. No, 4 months. Shit.
4 months. Oh, golly. Yeah.
I don't know. It was that I was letting internet crap get into my mind too much, and I needed to decompress from that.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of Indiegogo and the in-demand feature, because there are going to be people who may miss your campaign, but then come across it later while it's in demand. So you could potentially get backers later on. And
Amen.
And that's a really good thing. Opportunity to get more eyeballs on it. If you haven't backed it, back it today. Do you already have do you, let's see, what were you looking at in terms of timeline on when you're going to start, when you think you'll have it completed and when you're planning on fulfilling?
We like, right now my estimate is to have it completed sometime before the end of March, and then we'll be trying to fulfill immediately, you know. I don't want to waste any time on that. But just depending on, you know, how quickly we can go, we may have to push it to April or May. I really don't want to do that, because part of why I set the date, originally set the date to March, was to give us some room just in case there were any delays. And of course there were delays that ended up taking up more time than we had allotted for. So of course, but I'm going to keep everybody updated on that. If there's any issue with delaying, I'm going to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the last update to the campaign was December 3rd. Okay. Yeah, I definitely would recommend. Do you prefer doing your updates through like the email list or?
I do both.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I mean, delays will happen sometimes, and you know, even if you do the best you can in terms of planning, but as long as you keep your backers in the loop, then most of the time they'll be very understanding.
Oh, definitely. And you know, it was just that and you know, before I was a creator, of course, I was a backer. And so it's like I know that I know that backers, there's these issues with both timeliness and communication. And that's something that I strive to do my very best at.
Cool. Yeah, this is a cool page here.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one of our hand-drawn pages.
Look at all that detail. So you got tequila, you got trying to read these. Port. That looks like Turtle. There's an IPA. Oh, that's a cool looking pistol. And all the detail, the grains in the wood, that's really nice.
Oh God, yeah.
You got a color shot here. Let's see. Not My Monkeys, Not My Circus says, I have to limit myself from YouTube as well. Not to exceed 23.5 hours a day.
Okay.
Greg says, if I'm not working my ass off, I'd be on YouTube a lot more often, even though I spend at least a few hours a day in CG streams. I'm now starting my stream tour, so I'll be a guest and panelist. So that means I'll be spending way too much time on YouTube, lol. Yep. Can't wait, sir. To keep me grounded, I spend far too much time on CG UK streams. Have we linked up on Twatbook or Twatter? It's hard for me to keep up with everyone because of your different tags. Oh my.
What about Face Twat?
What was that?
What about Face Twat?
Possibly.
Come on, I thought that was funny.
Not My Monkeys, Not My Circus doesn't do Twitter, only YouTube. If you have a channel, I will give you a sub, he says. Greg says, I just use my real name and dox myself so that anti-CG and SJWs can't have anything to attack me with.
That's exactly the logic I approached it with.
Yeah.
I didn't bother hiding my name in the beginning. And I'm like, well, can't go snooping around if I'm already out there. And plus, I mean, I have no dirty laundry at all. It's actually kind of boring.
So let me see here. So checking out the tiers, the perks. So I always like when creators offer a featured tier. As I put it, I consider it best bang for your buck. You know, you'll generally get the book, maybe a possible variant cover, or maybe some swag, sticker, maybe bookmark, maybe. But it's not necessarily going to be the cheapest tier. It's not going to be the most expensive tier. Just somewhere in the middle. So
Yeah.
you have Outlaw Knights plus a cover pinup on this one, right?
Yep. Yes, indeed. I actually, in the failed campaign, we actually did a couple of those cover pinups. We're gonna be doing a new batch for this one, but I actually have one at my other house. Well, at my parents' house, but yeah, I got one framed over there. So, and I love it. So, I recommend it.
Nice. 11 by 17 pinup of the cover. Cool. Outlaw Knights Gen of Ren and on Outlaw Knights cover poster. All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I kept most of these pretty straightforward. Most of these are just getting the book or getting the book in an Outlaw digital preview. And again, it was due to production costs.
Okay. All right.
But it was that we did do a few secret tiers where we had other posters that we're going to be producing. So, hopefully we'll be able to add more stuff for the next campaign.
Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Facebook is where you put family and old school friends to be ignored. That's more or less what's happening in my case too.
That may be the wisest thing I've read.
Oh, Greg's starting a channel in the next few days. Nice. Yeah, be sure and
Wow.
let us all know so we can sub to you. Doesn't matter. Knew he's asking it. Just makes it easier to attack you.
I haven't really done anything super attack worthy, or I haven't gotten on their radar, not yet, at least.
Yeah, I don't think I've really gotten attacked. I mean, let me see here. That's all good. The attacks are just from snowflakes afraid of their other people's success. Yeah. That's cool. I.e. Infamous. Only leaves them the option to come here personally, and they shouldn't fuck with someone who writes a book called Gun Demon. There's no dirt on me unless you consider owing money to child support like millions of alpha male champions do to be dirt.
Oh, my Lord.
Besides, doxing yourself is idiotic. You dox yourself every time you're in public. Any Fruit Loop at the supermarket can follow you home. Well, that's true too.
Oh, God.
Sprogs are expensive, to be sure. Yeah, so this tier here is the book only, right?
Yeah.
All right. Got a lot of good interest on that one. Now get two. Oh, so you get 2 copies of the book in this one, right?
You'll get 2 copies of the book and a digital preview that I'm going to be producing pretty soon.
Huh, digital preview.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, cool, cool. Now, is the digital preview sort of like the first 3 or 4 pages of the book? Or is it
I'm probably gonna do the first 5.
Okay. So you hear how the whole thing's, I mean, you get to read how the whole thing starts.
Yeah.
Now this one is get 3 ON. So is this like building up to like, is this your way of compensating for how expensive shipping can be internationally by,
Yes.
more for one combined lower shipping rate?
Exactly.
So that gives you 3 copies of the book. Oh, okay. And this gives you 4 copies of the book. Quadruple that.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So if you want 4 copies, you get this tier. Now, are you planning on adding any more tiers to the campaign while it's
I wasn't going to because I was mainly planning on keeping this up until we fulfill. And then once we fulfill, I was going to pretty much get started getting ready to launch for part 2.
Okay, all right. The reason I ask is because, well, were there plans in this campaign, or were you going to wait till the next campaign to offer something like original art pages, or was that not something you to do?
Oh no, we did offer some. It's just that we've reached the point where we've gotten to the point where we needed to start doing all of them. So I pretty much I called it where it was because they really weren't moving.
Oh, okay, all right. Because usually I know you can hide it, but often if they're sold out, it'll be present. It'll still be visible, but grayed out and unclickable, basically.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, if it doesn't move, then you would hide it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking inside these interiors. Does look like a lot of action.
Amen.
Out of curiosity, did you get interest from backers? Did backers inquire about the possibility of you offering a quote unquote retailers tier, where you get like a box of 10 or whatever? Or
I might have to think about doing that.
because I know some campaigns offer it. They get mixed results. Sometimes I see some interest in them on campaigns, and others I don't see a whole lot of interest.
Yeah.
Like I usually see the number hover around 3 to 5 at most. I kind of think in time, though, that local comic shops, LCSs, are going to gradually warm up to crowdfunded books and actually consider trying them out, seeing if they sell at their shops. But I like the idea of having a retailer's tier, but if it doesn't benefit your campaign, then by all means don't go based off of what one person says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. Arm yourself and keep your eyes open and you'll be fine. I was doxxed bigger than anyone else I've seen back when I represented ecological and sustainable organizations. Oh.
Yay.
Sprogs, kids to my non-UK pals. Oh, all right. Kids are expensive to be sure. Okay, all right. Thanks for clarifying, because I didn't know what sprogs were. My social address, family, everything was shared to about 800,000 people about around 15-ish years ago. Dang. If they want to dox you, they will. No need to make it easy for them. It already is. Yeah, with the information age, I mean, you could use those stupid websites that are, you pay a membership fee, and then you could get background checks on people to varying degrees. I mean, if someone wanted to do bad enough, they could find information on you. And anything they can't find through that, they could probably go to the black market.
Wow.
Or they can go to Hillary's emails on her server. Let's see here.
I'm sure there's a giant magnet that took care of that. So.
But she's probably got it backed up in numerous external hard drives in different locations across the country. Nobody gives a fuck about some indie comic book creators. Don't want to be dogs. Don't get on Sony's. Oh man. Oh man. Or Google, or Trashbook, or Twitter. Also true. People get doxxed just installing a trash smartphone game. Yeah. I mean, and they're trying to build all that interconnectivity. Like you've got Facebook owns Instagram. So you can link the two together. I think, what's that other one? Shoot, I think it's another chat kind of app for your phone. I'm blanking out on it. Snap app. Oh shoot. Anyway, supposedly this other app that is commonly used for social media, it has some sort of license agreement with Facebook to share data. So both of them are sharing data and things like that.
I think I heard a little bit about that.
Yeah. Without giving you the option to opt out of it. I only have a Google account to comment. I have closed it down a long time ago if I didn't need it. Yeah, I mean, you mainly need a Google account to maintain a YouTube account. But other than that, I'm considering dropping my Google email. Oh, wait, no, I can't, can I? Because you need that for your login to YouTube shoot. I was going to. So everything's so interconnected. Best to live in a log cabin off grid. Again, also true. If local comic shops last so long, maybe. Yeah, I mean, that's still up in there, isn't it? That will only delay the inevitable. Hey, welcome, Wooly.
Hey.
Now, this is William Wooly Hazel at Terrier Comics.
Oh, I know him well.
Yeah, he does some great books. He's in CG UK. He's good peoples. Let's see. I thought Sprog was something similar to the word Spurg. Hello, hello. It's just the way it sounds. What emails? Never heard of her. Oh, welcome, El Gargoyle. Thanks for the eggplant. Hell. Yeah, people choose not to believe that Google, etc., hold every search term, etc., you've ever made. It's called apathy.
Hmm.
Elon was right. Yeah, I mean, even if you clear your browser history and wipe out all your cookies, they got it backed up. You know it's out there. Greg would like some input on his YouTube channel name. If you men of pleasure would be so kind as to offer critique. I'm thinking about calling, what was that?
That sounds perverted.
I'm thinking about calling my channel the Alpha Male Champion Show. Balzette says, well, I'm a dragon, so I'm out. Wooly says, we all sold our souls to Google and didn't even know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking into potentially switching from Chrome to Rumble, see how that performs, and considering switching from YouTube to, oh wait, actually, hold on. Rumble is like a YouTube equivalent. Brave is a web browser that's supposed to be a Chrome equivalent. So we shall see. Let's see here. Matanui stopped using Google to search things like a year or two ago, aside from his phone, which he avoids searching on as much as possible. What do dragons have against alpha male champions? What's up with my mouse clicks? All right. AMC's Slay Dragons. Oh, man. Yeah, so everybody, if you haven't already, back this book. Let's give them some more support. Cool looking project with great interiors.
I highly recommend buying this book, and I am in no way, shape, or form biased.
So once you fulfill this later this year, when are you going to launch the thing for book 2?
I'm thinking most likely in June or July. I'm gonna let everybody know once I have it more solid.
Cool. Sounds like a plan. June or July. Okay. I can dig it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to pack on too much at once. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure that we can get this thing going.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. Search Drakena, Greg, and Alpha makes take care of their young, not run. Oh. Damn right we do. Males. So stop running. Running from what exactly? This looks like a fine book to own. Indeed. Indeed. Back it. If you've already backed it, well, you know how the saying goes, back once, back twice, back a few times a lady. All right. Let's watch
I want to just go ahead and buy everything.
There you go. That sounds like a plan. Yep, one of everything, please. Let's play the trailer. What was that? You didn't get booted again, did you? You got booted again. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry.
You got booted again, didn't you?
Yeah, no, the trailer was so powerful it kicked me off. So
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so everybody let me see here. See if I missed anything. You had me at the boobs.
oh my Lord.
I'm not sure what was going on there. Let's see here.
Oh Lord.
I am going to give you the floor here. Please share with the world how you can be found on social media.
Well, thank you so much. You can find me on Twitter, at Knights Outlaw. And that's the official Twitter for this project, and you're going to be getting updated on there. You can also follow my YouTube channel, Fusebox, pretty much spelled the way it is here on the channel. But I haven't really touched it in a couple of months because I'm thinking about doing something a little bit different with it, or possibly changing venues. But either way, you can follow me there also. And yeah, I hope that I will be serving you all up some good old Outlaw nights.
All right, awesome. Yeah, let's see here. So you can find me on Facebook and YouTube under WyzGyz Entertainment, on Twitch under WyzGyz Twitches, on Twitter under WyzGyz Tweets. I did have a parlay, but it's up in the air as to whether they're going to survive. Supposedly, they might come back in a couple weeks. But on there, I'm WyzGyzParlers. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Mark the bell for notifications. Make sure you select all notifications, so hopefully you don't receive any bad. Hopefully you get notifications when there's a new video or stream up. And I want to thank everyone in chat for joining us today. You guys are cool. And thanks to everyone who watches this on replay. And very special thanks to Ben, our guest of the night, aka Fusebox.
Thank you all so much. I couldn't do this without y'all.
All right, let's close it out. Bye, all.
See y'all later.
Final guest is the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.